Hey, shalom, shalom,
Okay.
shalom.
Hold on one
Most
second. I just want to finish one statement.
Now
real
you
quick.
on the whole thing you said.
Hold on. Can we? I just want to finish. I don't know who. I think Mike unmuted.
Yeah, they just double. 1 second.
Yeah. I just want to finish. Yeah, I just want to finish what I said, and I'm done.
Yes. Just give me 1 second. Deacon Malachi is going to speak. Go ahead, Deacon.
Hey, shalom. Most thank Christ bless. Now, I heard y'all was talking about removing the video that Deacon Abiel and y'all did, and the brothers. What you young brothers did, the video you all put out there, it caused a lot of confusion, and it put a bad light on us. You understand? And if you brothers, if we take down that video, then all the people that saw the evil stuff you all put up and said about us, they're not gonna understand. They saw it. So we cannot take down, we're not taking down the videos. We ain't got nothing against you all. But when we see y'all, but y'all put all that evil out there, and there need to be a explanation to all that evil that was put out there. So all that confusion that y'all put out there, you know, y'all could have applied Matthew 18, and it could have, and none of this couldn't go that way. So the video is gonna stay up.
That's fine. And if that's how y'all feel, our video will stay up.
Now look, leave your video. To do that, that's on y'all, but y'all did much confusion, you know.
Let me say this, but there was also done, and we both spoke before you came in, Abiel and Asaph. They said we can understand, even if you're saying it's confusion, we can understand where your confusion came from. The only reason why I told them we can take our videos down was because it was misunderstandings on both sides. We apologize for all. Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
False narrative spent. There was some false narrative spent about us too. We only want clicks. We're jealous of you guys.
Hate y'all.
We hate you. There was a lot of things that was said about us that is not true. And the only reason why we said what we said about you guys is because of our misperception, and you guys responded from a misunderstanding point of view. So this is why I said, hey, if y'all want, we can remove the videos. Now, if you don't want that, then cool, we'll leave it up there.
Hey, listen, you know, listen, all right, okay, well, I got to say one more thing, and I'm coming off. The scripture says, where there is confusion, there is every evil work.
I guarantee if the brothers was there, if the Hebrew Israelites was on that corner, that would have never happened. We shouldn't be up to if we up there or not. All y'all got the power to do the same thing. When you see them say, you know the language. When they get to moving their body crazy, you know when something about to jump off. You get in the mix and use that same energy to squash it.
Where the confusion ain't came from us.
No, listen. The point is that, see, in this, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, I don't know who you are, but the point is that, see, in this, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, I don't know who you are, but
We don't know who you are.
I don't know.
I don't know the spirit.
Hey, listen. I'm done. The video staying up.
We was going. That's fine. I understand that.
Look, we'll take the video down. We'll move forward. We won't mention y'all no more. If we do have an issue, we'll make sure we'll call and apply Matthew 18, because we were incorrect and not applying Matthew 18. I can agree to that. So moving forward, we'll make sure we apply the scriptures as it says, Matthew 18. Deacon Asaph put it out there. Give me a call anytime we have any issues. Deacon Abiel said the same thing, so we'll do that if there's any other offenses. Hopefully,
brothers don't think, even though I understand you get a lot of hate from different Israelite camps, we sitting here talking face to face. I don't know if you can feel hate right now. We don't have no hate. There was a lot of things that was said about us too that's not necessarily accurate based off history of other camps and a misunderstanding. We not trying to get clicks from y'all. We not trying to get views from y'all. Those things are misunderstandings. That's not what we're trying to get. So you guys don't think that it's fair to have, you know what, for those misunderstandings, we'll apologize for putting that on your jacket, because the other Israelite camps we dealt with, they have done that to us. Just like we just did to you guys. You guys don't think that's fair?
Because I don't want to go back and forth. Prior to this week, we had no idea who you guys were. What you see here now is us responding to what y'all put out there. Okay? And there's still people on our side that feel away. So it's not going to be, I'm letting you know as a representative tonight, we good here. But there's still people that feel that the light that you put us in, there's contention that we still got to deal with. Although you say that it's over right now, there was still a lot of people watching and feeding into it, and there's still a lot of emotions involved. There was still a lot of people watching and feeding into it, and there's still a lot of emotions involved, which we wouldn't have been here if you would have just picked up the phone. All right, so again, like I said, we're not here because we just decided to come and clap at y'all. We're here because you guys moved in haste, and all you have to do is reach out. And as you see, there's still a lot of people that feel away. So this is a start.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren, you fellow believers of this truth, and shalom to the elect. So anyway, as I was working on the video, I looked and saw that elder apostle Tahar did a video. I looked at some of it. I didn't look at all of it, because I was working on my commentary. This video was originally by the Prince of Power. That brother goes into finding these different clips, and I just wanted to give my take on it with this IUIC that always play the victim, right? Everybody hates them. They play the victim, but they throw these fiery darts at us, labeling us as putting false narratives on us, basically bearing false witness on us, just all kind of manner of evil that they can do. Now these young brothers who do have a powerful look, they're frustrated. Number one, I don't know, the BOW, believers of the way, I want to call them by the right name. Somebody got mad because I said something else. So I'm, Salakia for that. I'm going to just call them by the name that they're titled. But I also noticed that the young brothers didn't even address those elders of the IUIC the correct way. You know what I'm saying? So you can see they do got a lot of pride on them. But you can also see that the IUIC thinks they're the juggernauts of Israel because of the numbers, right? So they got this mindset that they're the mighty Hebrews. Right? Maybe that's what they ought to name themselves. At least they think they are. Right? But the Lord's not dealing with a bunch of numbers. Now, again, those brothers, the young brothers, probably should have had an elder or some grown men sitting there, some elders of the faith to help guide them through that conversation. Now, what these brothers was pissed off about, a video I did yesterday, they took pictures with the IUIC in solidarity and so-called brotherly love, right? It's amazing how so many different camps, but everybody claims to be united, but they all have different colors and names and doctrines. I don't know how the hell that works. So this is nothing but confusion here. So they got mad because they had some pictures taken with the IUIC, and then the IUIC called them and told them to take them down, but yet they post pictures and like fellowshipping with the Nation of Islam, when the scripture says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. So this is pure madness. So now the younger brothers that went in on that, they were right, but they were wrong at the same time, because they knew that these Israelite purple guys, man, purple brothers, purple and gold brothers, that they don't technically believe in the name of the Lord. At least they say they believe in the name, but they say you don't have to call on them, right? There's a lot of wickedness that goes on in that school, and they were bringing it out. They don't call on the name of the Lord. They bully people off the corners, all these things. So the IUIC claps back, and then they want to sit there and have a conversation. Yeah, right. Try to smooth things out. And Deacon Malachi just jumped off the internet. He said, I'm not dealing with this. And then it's Deacon Asaph, or I don't know if he's Bishop Asaph. I don't know what he is now. But he said, we never heard of you guys. Like you nothing. You see how the IUIC don't give a damn, man. Only thing they think about is themselves, man. That's why the scripture says by good words and fair speeches, they deceive the hearts of the simple, and they only there to feed their own belly. That's all they care about. Now we're going to go into some scriptures, right? And the thing about it, the scriptures tell you to stand firm. See, all these guys are yes men. They all want everybody to like them. This is what happened with the Sakari split, the Genesis, and the new age this, and all these different names, but we ain't got nothing against the brothers. We don't hate nobody, right? But they constantly talk about us, man. They constantly talk trash, right? Colossians 1:21. And you that was sometime alienated with enemies in your own mind by wicked works, yet have been reconciled. Only ones can be reconciled is the ones who have it in the beginning. I don't know why the Christians can't get that. But in the body of the flesh through death, to present you holy, unblameable, right, and unreprovable in his sight. We're going to go into this word reprove, right? If you were continued in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel. So if you guys are sitting up there, and I'm talking about the BOWs, if you're saying that this is complete confusion, right, and this is off, and this is against scripture, because the scripture says have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, right? Can two walk together lest they be agreed? There's all kinds of scriptures that speak again, enter not into the path of the wicked, don't go in the way of evil men, stay away from the wicked. All these things that the Bible say. You do a video on it because you're pissed off, and that's probably why this all took place, because you guys at BOW was insincere. You was just trying to be the hopes to be seen of men. You wasn't really sincere on reproving these guys, because when this went down, the first thing you did, and I can tell you, the first thing they did is they got mad and showed them with the NOI, Salaka, not HOI, the NOI, right? And what these brothers are saying is, wait a minute, that you get the chance, you can take a picture with us. I mean, you don't want to take a picture with us, but you will take pictures with Muslims, the people you get on, the people not even our doctrine and not even calling on the name of the Lord. Well, by the way, I think they call him Jesus Christ too. But anyway, let's go to Isaiah. We're going to get it in the Old Testament, and then we're going to get it in the New Testament. Isaiah 11:4, right? Let me go to 3. And shall make him quick, understanding the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after hearing of his ears. Let me get to the point. Let me go to 2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, meaning like the whole truth, man. You know, this is what Paul was saying, that I believe I have the gospel, I have the truth. When we say we have the 100% truth, people have a problem with it, right? And the might, the spirit of knowledge of fear of the Lord, right? And it says, but verse 4, but the righteousness shall he judge the poor, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove the equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked, right? So we're going to go into this word. Let me go here. Let's go to reprove. Okay, equity, a level country, a level place, uprightness, right? But reprove goes to yachah, right? It says to prove, to decide, judge, reprove. We're going to get in the New Testament too, right? To be right. The problem with a lot of these Israelites, they all go along, get along, because they all want to be seen of men, and nobody wants anything bad to be said about them. So they accept it. This is why the Sakari, who's so-called united with the IUIC, don't believe that all the letters of Paul was authenticated, but the IUIC does. The Sakari believes in the mark of the beast, but the IUIC doesn't. Bishop Nathaniel says the image of the beast is Caesar Borgias. right? So they got all these flip-flop doctrines just to confuse the sheep, and that's all that's happening. Everybody's getting confused, right? But you know, with us at Great Millstone, there's no confusion. We stick to one doctrine, we stand with that doctrine, and we correct doctrines. That's why Isaiah 8 says, to the law and the testimony, if it's not according to this word, not words, there is no light in him. This is what Paul was quoting in Romans 16. Mark them that cause division contrary to the doctrine. So it goes to reprove, to chide, to correct, go to chastising, right? Reason, right? To argue, right? This is what it says. To argue. You're supposed to be fighting for the doctrine. Well, the brother like, no, it's all right. Come on, man. You got to stand on what you believe. You got to stand fast, faith, and stand on what you believe. See, a lot of you guys are all worried about what other people think. Stand on what you believe. Let's go to 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering. So these guys say, well, you can call us up and we can talk and we can work things out. Well, how did that happen? How's that working out? The IUIC just bullied these prideful jakes, which in their mind, you can't tell them nothing. Them young jakes, you can't tell them nothing. That's the culture. That's the generation we're in. And in the IUIC, you can't tell them anything either. So you got two of them really on the same mindset. Yeah, just call us up. You got a problem. Y'all ain't even in the same doctrine. I'm not calling the IUIC up and say, well, look, can you take down that name Christ? Where's it going to go? It ain't going nowhere. All we can do is warn the elect. That's all that could. That's why the Lord is exposing all these groups, man. And they all going to say we're being exposed and the Lord ain't dealing with us, but the Lord is exposing all these groups, man. Anyway, let's look up this word reprove. We went over this, and a lot of brothers went over this. I just want to read it again. Right? Go to reprove.
Strong's G 1651. Eleg ho.
It says to convict, generally with the suggestion of shame, right? Of the person convicted. There is no way that we're going to sit up there and say, well, the IUIC there with the NOIs, I don't agree with it, but let them. I notice a lot of people in the world do that with the flames and the people who cross over to other lifestyles. They'll all say, this is one thing I notice about everybody. They all say, well, I don't care what people do with their life. As long as they do with their life, it's all right by me. Just don't bring it over to me. Do you know that brings nothing but confusion? Because now there's no order. There's nobody saying, in a whole, we can't be doing this, man. So when you look at the so-called Israelite community, they're acting just like the world. Don't worry about it. As long as that group does what he does, hey, that's their business. I don't worry about it. That's what they do. Suggestion of shame of the person convicted. Right? The same thing. To chide, to admonish, to reprove, to chasten, to punish. So we're going to look up this word shame real quick. We've done this before. And we're going to see what this word shame actually means. And the online etymology. Let's see what it says. It says to shame, cause shame. It doesn't say much. To make ashamed, to cover, reproach, indignant. Okay, to painful feeling of guilt, to disgrace. Right, to disgrace, to dishonor, to insult. This is what it says. Esteem or reputation. Basically means to shame, right? It says modesty, shyness, regard, priority, right? To shame. You get to the point. Putting to shame, to reproach, the state of the great disgrace. You get the point. I'm not going to say much on this. It's just I saw a lot in the video when I was looking at it, and this brother, Prince of Power, he said, well, in my opinion, he said, well, just take it down. No, well, I feel that if you feel you're right and you're going to show that this is not the behaviors that the Lord set us up to do, then you got to stand on what you believe. Remember the Hebrews, I forget where that is. Let me see if I can find it. It's in the book of Hebrews. Because according to the scriptures, you're supposed to stand firm in what you believe, right? Let me look it up. You got to stand firm on what you believe, man. If you believe that this is incorrect behavior, stand on it. You know, don't wimp out, don't simp out. Bear with me. I know it's in Hebrews 12 or Hebrews 11. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Hebrews 12 and 27. Let's see what that says. And this word yet once more signified the removing of things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain. Right? You got to stand on it. I'm not taking down the video unless order, you know, it doesn't benefit the body. It doesn't help what we're trying to establish. That's different. But when you got a group that's blatantly saying you can call on Christ, we got to stand on that, man. We got to show it's not about us. And that's what these groups are making it about themselves. It's about the Lord. It's about what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua wants. And he wants us to fight and argue for the faith. That's what contend for the faith means. So, again, my opinion is the younger brother should have had an elder there, number one, and should have had some wise counsel on how to do that, go about that. If you felt that they were wrong, and there's all the confusion, but you with the Nation of Islam, but yet you mad because, see, it ain't about the Nation of Islam with these young brothers. It was the fact that they felt disrespected and they felt hurt that the IUIC, this big group, didn't show them the love to put them up on the map. I don't know. I'm not gonna just be presumptuous. It is what it is. Something is wrong in that picture. That's all I have on that. Shalom.